Hey, what is up, guys? This is Messenger of Israel here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the Halloween deception. So, I'm going to be exposing Halloween, how demonic it is, and I'm going to be pulling up videos for you guys to watch as well. So, you guys can get the idea that Halloween is actually pagan and that you guys should stay away from it. And if you guys already know the truth about it, this ain't a surprise to you guys about Halloween and stuff like that being demonic. So, with all this being said, let the video begin.
When looking at the world today, it's very obvious to understand why the Father commanded us not to be of this world. When we look at many of the practices, holidays, and rituals that we participate in, the reasons we should not be of this world become so clear. A majority of the holidays and customs that are celebrated in the world today have pagan and occult roots. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11 says, "And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them." And this is why I'm making this video. Over time, we have accepted pagan and occult practices that have been marketed to us as being fun and harmless, but that is so far from the actual truth. The celebration of Halloween is something that truly emphasizes this point. The reason is because the history of these things is not properly taught to us. We are only taught about the fun things, like wearing costumes and going around and getting candy from the neighborhood, but we never have been taught where all these things come from. We tend to just accept it as being harmless fun. But in actuality, the truth is, if we are ever taught the truth about these things, it's a fact that a majority of society will not partake in them, even those that don't believe in Elohim. There has always been an agenda to blur the lines between good and evil. Also, an agenda to initiate the world into the occult and to accept the things of Lucifer. After you understand more about Halloween, you will clearly see that this agenda is truly in the end stages. Let's begin. Before we get into the history, let's talk about what Elohim says about this subject. At 3 John chapter 1, verse 11, it says, "Beloved, do not imitate what is evil, but what is good. He who does good is of Elohim, but he who does evil has not seen Elohim." Romans chapter 12, verse 9 says, "Let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil. Cling to what is good." And lastly, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21 and 22 say, "Test all things. Hold fast what is good. Abstain from every form of evil." So this probably isn't a newsflash to you, but Elohim hates evil. But maybe what you may not understand is that he wants you to hate evil as well and have no fellowship with it. So what now needs to be proven is why Halloween is evil. Because many people think that if they just don't do the demons and the goblins, but have nice harmless costumes, that they aren't doing anything wrong. Or maybe if they do a trick or treat even at their church, then it's all good. Now that you understand through scripture that the Father wants us to abstain from and abhor every form of evil and not imitate it, let me show you what Halloween is. While Halloween masquerades as harmless, childish fun, it's serious business in the occult world. Witchcraft, Wicca, Satanism, and paganism believe on the night of Halloween, devils and spirits are unleashed. They perform their most hideous and potent rituals on the night of Halloween. Halloween glorifies death and worship to Baal or the devil. Now we can go back deep into paganism with Nimrod and Semiramis to find its pagan roots, but much of what is done in Halloween comes from the ancient Druids. Halloween began over 2,000 years ago in the 2nd or 3rd BC among the Celtics and their pagan priests called the Druids. The Druids are thought to be by many history's king of the occult. Witchcraft, Satanism, paganism, and virtually all facets of the occult acquire instruction from the Druids. Halloween can be traced directly back to Samhain, the ancient Celtic harvest festival honoring the Lord of the Dead, also known as the Lord of Darkness, aka Lucifer. Druids were devil worshippers. The Druids recognized summer and winter seasons. They celebrated 2 special nights of the year, Beltane and Samhain. Beltane took place on May 1st and marked the birth of summer. Samhain occurred on November 1st. It signified the death of summer. Samhain means summer's end. Just Google Samhain, summer's end, and you will see the date each year. Now, the word doesn't look how it's pronounced. Samhain is a night celebrating death and hell. It was the Druids' most important ritual. It was a terrifying night of human sacrifices, and it was the original Halloween. So Halloween and Samhain are the same thing, but let's keep going. The Druids' New Year started on November 1st, so obviously their New Year's Eve is October 31st. The Druids believed that on this night, all of the people who died in the past year would rise up and search for the passageway to the netherworld. On this night, the passageway or veil between both worlds was its thinnest. Their lord, Samhain, would roam the earth in search of these souls to capture them and take them to the world of darkness. To this day, some people put lights in the windows to help the dead find their way and keep Lord Samhain away from taking them. The World Book Encyclopedia states, the Celts believed that the dead could walk among the living at this time. The living could visit with the dead. This ancient belief was even paired with the ability of some people to communicate with these spirits of the dead. And at Samhain, this was something to be embraced, even celebrated. They felt they surely could find some way to capitalize with communicating to these spirits, like gathering occult power or the spirits giving them knowledge, etc. So this is where Halloween and its customs started, with the Celtics and their pagan devil-worshipping priests, the Druids. So as we move more into history, we go to the beginning of the 7th century, where we see Pope Gregory I. The Roman Catholic Church was moving along with their world domination in the name of God, and they were now seeking a mass conversion of Britain and Ireland, where of course the Celtics are from. In order to assist the conversion, instead of doing away with the native people's customs and beliefs, the Pope adopted them. They didn't do away with Samhain, they adopted it, but changed the name. Samhain to the Roman Catholic Church was now All Saints' Day. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III is said to have moved the date of All Saints' Day from May 13th to November 1st, again the same day as Samhain. He did this when he dedicated a chapel in St. Peter's in honor of All Saints. All Saints' Day, also called All Hallows' Day, Hallowmas, or Feast of All Saints in the Catholic Church, is a day commemorating all the saints of the Church, both known and unknown, who have attained heaven. This is a day of celebration and prayer to the dead saints. This is not biblical in the slightest. In Latin America, this time is also known as the Day of the Dead, again with people praying to the dead.
Alright, so I have to pause it right there, you guys. So I don't want to use this whole video and then I'll end up getting copyright for it. So if you guys want to watch the rest of this video will be linked in the description below. And big shout out to brother Ron from Truth Unedited for posting this out there. So let's continue with the rest of the videos, you guys.
It dates back to 2,000 years ago from a Celtic celebration called Samhain. Around this time, October 31st, they believe that the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world was thin. So they will begin to now do rituals and incantations to communicate with the spiritual world or commune with the dead. It's literally necromancy. It's sorcery. They used divination. They had druids and priests that would lift up altars and appease their gods through these sacrifices and animal sacrifices. It's completely demonic, completely satanic, and the villagers would come and they would be dressed in skinheads and different type of animal like skin on their bodies, and this is where we get the costumes from. It's completely divination, necromancy, and sorcery. It's absolutely satanic. Every time you put on these costumes, you are identifying yourself with those spirits, those evil spirits. The Bible tells us not to lift up any altars or statues.
Especially during Halloween. Halloween is the time when they are killing babies at a high rate. And I'm telling you, parents, you have to pray. Stop. What business does a Christian have with Halloween? I mean, you find Christians also putting on skeletons and they're also celebrating Halloween. Do you know how children are being sacrificed during that time? Many children die. Saints, we don't have to copy the things of the world. How can a Christian celebrate Halloween? It baffles my mind, because the amount of rituals that take place during that time, and as you participate in it, you're also declaring that you're part of it, because anything that is out of the word of God, where in the Bible does God tell us to celebrate Halloween?
So far, I believe the number's still going up. When I left, the number was at 159 dead, celebrating the devil. Because Halloween is of the devil. You've been tricked, and hell gonna be your treat.
That's right.
God purpose for man to get right, but he always make a way for us to get right with him. He's not an unjust God, he's a just God. God will not instruct us to get right and then don't show us how.
That's right.
This is why the scriptures are here. Get what I'm telling you. The scriptures is equal to a compass.
Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. Stay away from Halloween and all these other pagan holidays as well, you guys, because when you partake in these pagan holidays, you guys, you are worshiping Satan, and God does not like it when we worship Satan, because, you know, how that ties into Satanism is idolatry. That's what it is. You partaking in these pagan holidays and stuff like that by doing that. And, you know, you guys got to turn away from it, no matter how hard you guys try to spin your little twist to it. It's like, oh, it's Harvest Day, it's not really Halloween. Like, no, you're not. No, you can't justify yourself in doing that. Like how people try to be slick on Thanksgiving, saying like, oh, it's National Family Day where family gets. No, it's still pagan holidays, you guys. It's still the pagan holiday. It's still Thanksgiving. Like, no, stay away from these pagan holidays. Stay away from Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Independence Day, the 4th of July, and all that stuff, you guys. You guys got to stay away from it. And don't be ignorant just by trying to justify yourself and trying to make your kids happy. Like, even the word says, like, he who loves his father more than me is not worthy of me. So stay away from these pagan holidays, you guys. Time is really running short. There is no time to be ignorant of these things, you know. Like, you guys got to turn away from this, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, on the day of judgment, because Elohim, God, he knows people know the truth of these pagan holidays, and people still partake in these paganism anyway. You're gonna hear those words, depart from me, I never knew you, you that work iniquity, which means lawlessness, you know. So with all this being said, you guys, stay away from paganism, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys new to the channel, make sure well subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So bye bye, guys, and stay safe.